YouTube. This is Retta. I know I haven't been on for a while. I just haven't been in the mood. I haven't been in the mood. Sometimes social media puts me in like a very bad mood, and that's where I've been in the last few weeks. The energy on social media lately has just been horrible. So I just haven't been in the mood for any readings. I did try to do a Julian Assange reading a few weeks ago, and it was so chaotic. There were so many moving pieces that I didn't publish the reading. But what the reading was saying, there's a lot of moving pieces, but the main gist of the reading was that he's either in water or he's traveled over. He's traveled over some water. He's either here in America or in the water, and he is in American custody. That's basically what it said. It said that he is not in the Ecuadorian embassy at that time. I did this reading a few weeks ago, and he wasn't in the embassy at that time, that he was moving over water or in water, and that he was in some American custody, and his mother kept showing up in the reading. So but it had a whole bunch of different people and different things, so I didn't publish it. So I just want to let you guys know I did try to do the Julian Assange. I will try to do it again, because it was just so many different pieces, and I'm not so familiar with all the people involved, so I couldn't understand who all these different moving pieces were and who all these different people were. But that's neither here nor there. So we're going to do Trump's monthly reading for June. This is the month of the strength and the star. So this month is all about adversity and overcoming adversity and facing one's fears. And when you do overcome adversity and face your own fears, that the star will shine, so that you will be illuminated, that, you know, things will be good, that you will be in the public eye. So we're going to see what that means in regards to Trump's reading. I am using the Pagan OtherWorlds tarot. I usually use my deck. Which one do I usually use for this? I usually use the Druid Craft, I believe, but I can't find it. So we're going to use the Pagan OtherWorlds for, this is Trump, and you guys know how I do. I do what's going on in his head. Okay, what's going on in his place of business, which means like the White House, him being president. And then I do what's going on in his home life, meaning his family, which is down here. Okay, and then this, I'm going to use this one to see what is the energy surrounding. And this is, I forget what deck this is. Oh, Madame Endora's Oracle, I think. Sorry. Oh. Yeah, so I just really haven't been in the mood to do any type of readings at all. I get like that from time to time. It's funny. It's social media has really had this negative energy for me this month, and I really haven't been on it. And I really haven't cared too much about what's going on in the media. So the energy surrounding is the chalice, rejuvenation, and fulfillment. So rejuvenation and fulfillment, which I think will go with the strength and the star. So the strength and the star is overcoming adversities, facing one's fears head on, you know, taking the bull by the horn head on, and you will then see the star. So this is saying that either the chalice means that he is going to, you know, fulfill and rejuvenate oneself, or he desperately needs to find some fulfillment and rejuvenate oneself. We'll see how that goes in the card. So what's on his mind is the Queen of Swords. So this is, the Queen of Swords is her swords is up. So she's on the defense. She's on the defense. Her swords is up. So this is either he and the queen is already, you know, sitting back. She has the plan. She's putting forth, and you know, she's like the executioner, basically. But also, to me, this is a lot of legal issues. And this also could be Hillary. Hillary always comes up as, even though that's not her birth cards and that's not her birthday, but she comes up to me as the Queen of Swords. So her defenses may be up. And his thoughts is maybe how to deal with her and her defenses up. And this is also, he's feeling, remember I said rejuvenation and fulfillment? This is the 10 of Swords. So he's feeling completely in his mind. He's feeling very down. Or he wants to bring her down, or he's feeling very down. It's either he wants to bring the end of Hillary, because this is like the end. See with the little skeleton down here? It's the end of her and her defenses, or it's just like he's just like over it. We'll see. I think I've heard Alex Jones talking about they don't think that Trump may not, you know, go for 220 for the presidential election. If I was him, I wouldn't, you know, the way that he's been treated and stuff like that. If I was him, I wouldn't. But I think that his ego won't let that happen. Also, this is the 9 of Swords. So a lot of anxiety, feeling chained. See how this one is chained down? So it's his thoughts of ending her and locking her up and chaining her down. It could be. Or it could be that people are attacking him to bring the end and to try to bring him down. This is where his thoughts are. So it's like either he wants to stop and end Hillary and kind of confine her, or he is having some, what's going on in the White House? Okay, so everything in the White House is better this month. This is the 8 of Pentacles, so this is like working on the details and you know, for prosperity, for the job. And this is like, you know, a tree with all the goodies up there. To me, I don't look at this card the same way as, like, this card to me isn't the best depiction of the 8 of Coins to me. But it's this, I usually look at the 8 of Coins as, you know, working on the details, you know, working on the details and, you know, for financial gain or for fulfillment. But this is already saying that this is already fulfilled. There's already to gain. You just need to go harvest. That's what this card is telling me. This is the 7. This is the 7 of Cups. So the 7 of Cups is all like disillusionment. So is there a disillusionment? Someone is affecting. See how this skeleton has their sword out and affecting change, and then this person is throwing money in there. So this is a card of disillusionment. So is someone effectively changing? Remember I said last month there was something in regards to finances. I said that May, what is this month? June. We're going into July. Oh Lord. So June there was going to be some type of financial dealings. Maybe that's what's going on, that, you know, in this month there's going to still have to deal with some financials, even though things appear good and things are good. There's someone trying to affect change in regards and change in regards to the finances, and to put a different illusion in regards to money and people's thoughts on it. Also, this is the 5 of Cups, so this goes with this. There's this skull here, and then there's this skull here. So this is like a sadness, a depression, and things not coming out. Remember, this month is going to be all about adversity, about problems overcoming. So this is, it could also mean that they want the illusion of being strong, but we're really losing money and stuff, and they want the illusion that things are strong when things aren't going so well. Let's see, in this house. In this house, there's a lot of burden going on in this house. A lot of burden. A lot of burden. A lot of isolation. A lot of burden and isolation. He needs to kind of see the light, which this month is all about. He needs to overcome in order to see that light of the star. And the Hermit is all about going on a path, you know, and seeing with the light. So there's a lot of, and this is a lot of hopes and dreams. So, you know, a lot of hopes and dreams, and some burdens. Let me try to use this. So is this, I want to know more about, so this is Trump in regards to his thoughts, and is this of him or is this of Hillary trying to end her temptation? So I'm thinking a lot of evil deeds, temptation, and structure. So this is all about the Emperor. Structure is all about the Emperor. So he's going to have to face his one's fears. He's going to have to overcome. This month is all going to be about him overcoming a lot. And a lot of, this is the devil, which is temptation, and him overcoming a lot this month. So this month, like I said, it's the strength and the star. In regards to me, this looks like financial. Let me see. Sensitive. This is a sensitive time and abundance. So he's going to have to also think of something's going on with our finances in America at this time. There's someone who's actively trying to put their hands in the pot and to affect our emotions and our money here in America. And we are strong now, but someone is trying to affect it, and to do a depression, like to make us go into some type of depression or something like that. But it's a sensitive time. It's a sensitive time, and there's a plan in place in regards to that. So it's a sensitive time. It's kind of very fluid, up and down, and he's going to have to focus on the abundance and create something, and focus on abundance and creativity to kind of change this around, because someone's actively trying to mess with our economics. I said it last month for June that something was going on with our economics, our money, stuff like that. This card is still saying that someone is actively trying to mess with our economics. So it's a sensitive time, so you need to put into a plan, a solid plan. You know, the Princess of Waters isn't really a solid plan. She's kind of flighty. So you really need to put a solid plan together and nurture it. And this is the Empress, which is all about creativity, abundance, looking at things differently and creating from that. So that's what he's going to have to do. In regards to his home, there's like a loss. There's like a sadness and a depression going on in his home, but there's a window of hope. You know, he needs to, there is a lot of, this is the Six of Wands. So it's like he needs to step up more at home and know his limitations. He needs to step up at home and know his limitations and kind of get back into being the head of the household. There's a lot of things going on at home. There's a lot of stress, a lot of burden, a lot of, but there's hope, which is this Nine of Cups. So things aren't as bad. He's kind of isolating himself, and he needs to stop that isolation himself. He's kind of isolating himself and not really dealing with what's going on at home. And he's sad about it, and he needs to kind of step up to the plate, know his limitations, know what he can and cannot do, and kind of fix this. So he really needs a break. So he really does need a break. I'm thinking that this is saying he needs to rejuvenate so he's able to continue to fulfill his goals. So I think that he really does need a break going on. What advice do we have? Emotions are at their peak. So right now, you see all these emotion cards, sadness, stuff like that. The emotions are at his peak. So right now he is not, you know, he's going through some sadness, some depression. He has his hopes and dreams. It's like a lot of different things going on at once. I want to use this deck real fast to get some advice for Trump. Ooh. Let's see. Some advice for Trump. Some advice. There's the Six of Wands again. Know your limitations. Put some boundaries. Know that you can't control everything. I think he's very much micromanages a lot, and he has to realize that he can't do everything for everyone. And he needs to stand his ground and have his boundaries, and he needs to build the wall. He needs to build that wall that he talked about. He needs to build the wall. He also needs to know his, he needs to stand true. He needs to hold his ground. He needs to build the wall. And remember I said this is the month of the inner strength, face one's fear, overcome. If he overcomes this month, it would be awesome. He needs to, you know, face one's fear, face his adversities head on. And if he wants to go after Hillary, he needs to do it. He needs to do it. Especially this month. If he wants to end her, he needs to bring some information out. Because she's at the forefront of his mind. She has her defenses up. She's putting things in play. A lot of this negative media and stuff like that has to do with like Hillary and stuff, and he really wants to lock her up. So he needs to figure that out. So this month is all about, like I said, facing one's fears, overcoming adversity. This is going to be a tough month for this is going to be a tough month for him, and next month is going to be a tough month because we're going from this. He overcomes, he'll get this star, but then the following month is the Hermit. That the Hermit card keeps showing up, the Hermit and the Moon. So it's going to be like the Moon, it's going to be people's emotions all over the place. It's going to be isolation. It could be depression going into August. So this month is all about overcoming adversities. He's going to think, oh my God, I'm overcoming it, chugging along, and then next month it's going to be hitting him again. But if he gets through next month, September will be magical. You know, September is going to be magical because it's the Magician energy. It's going to be a magical month. Anything is going to be possible in September. But next month is going to be hard. It's going to be about isolation. It's going to be about, you know, mood swings, depression, sadness. That's next month. And then this month is about overcoming adversities. So, and then we just got out of the Chariot energy. So these few months are going to be real hard. So I can see why he's kind of stressed. I can see why his emotions are all over the place. I can see why he's a little anxiety. I can see that things in his home life right now are, you know, his family wants him to know his limitations. Building the wall is important. He also, on the world scale, he needs to, you know, keep everybody on the world scale. You know, he needs to kind of limit the world's opinions on what he's supposed to do or whatever. Know his limitations, especially in things in regards to the world. And he will be okay. He will be victorious. He will be victorious if he does do that. Start small, local, you know, and build that wall. It's important to build the wall, and he's going to have a lot of things this month that he's going to have to overcome in order to see that star. So he's going to have to overcome. A lot of things are going to be thrown at him this month, and he's going to have to. This is going to be like this month and next month is a really make it or break it year, break it for him. So he really needs to you know, hold fast, hold strong. It's going to affect his home, and he has to realize that his home is important. He needs to be present in his home, know his limitations, and kind of alleviate the burden that's going on at home. But his family still keeps him strong, you know. His family's still very important to him. So that's it. I hope this made sense. So this is Trump, June of this year, of 2018. Bye.